So, I was asked by Archiplex Toons and Anime Studio to take a look at Halloween is Grinch Night and the pumpkin who couldn't smile for Halloween. I was actually told to download it, but unless downloading means push down on the tape on my top loader VCR, I don't know what that means. But here are my thoughts on them. For those unfamiliar, these are lesser-known Halloween television specials, both of which came out in the 1970s. But they never really got the glory of the more familiar ones like The Great Pumpkin or Garfield. But should they stay in the shadows or should they come out? Well, let's have a look. We'll start with Grinch Night. Now, to be honest, it seems impossible to talk about this without first bringing up the more familiar classic, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. No, not that one. The good one, by Chuck Jones. Yeah. This is more than a great Christmas classic. It's a beloved piece of animation history. So to do another one, it's like 2010, the year we made contact. Like, how dare you sequel a Stanley Kubrick epic? But on its own, it's a great film and very underrated. I'd say the same could be said for Grinch Night. In this prequel, all is well in Whoville, until the winds change, which means the Grinch is coming down from the mountains with his paraphernalia wagon filled with spooky things. I assume this is metaphor for autumn time is coming and the Halloween creepiness is about. Kind of like they're pulling a Life Day. But they celebrate Christmas in Whoville, so yeah, whatever. Anyway, before he can get to town, our young hero Euchariah stalls him by taking the full blunt of the paraphernalia, which is an awesome scene. To compare again to the Christmas one, it's definitely lower in budget, but only similar to the average television animation special. The Christmas one was not basic limited animation, it was theatrical animation. It's fantastic. It seems unfair to compare. But to be honest, I think it works in Grinch Night's defense. When I think of Christmas imagery, I tend to think of great pictures like the famous Santa Claus Coke ad, or the beautiful nativity scene. For Halloween, I tend to think of a child's drawing of a pumpkin, something fun and simple. So, in my opinion, this works. The color and quality is also the same. The Christmas one is very bright, with red and green definitely highlighted. The Halloween one is very dull, with a lot of orange and brown. Again, they fit with their season. Now, Boris Karloff is sorely missed as the Grinch, but Hans Conried does a fantastic job. He's mostly known for doing the voice of Captain Hook, though I'll always remember him as doing the voices of those Jay Ward special characters like Uncle Waldo and Snively Whiplash. He's great. True, the story is a little flat, but it more than makes up for it by having some great ghostly images. Perfect for the Hallows Eve season. This is definitely recommendable. The next one is The Pumpkin That Couldn't Smile. Ironic I compare Grinch Night to a Chuck Jones classic because this one happens to be directed by Chuck Jones, and it's got his trademark signature all over it. The characters with the big eyes and the curvy smile, casting Dawes Butler and June Foray, that whimsical feel, all welcomed. The story? Well, there's actually several things going on. Our main character is a little boy on Halloween, the aunt who won't let him trick-or-treat, a sad pumpkin carved without a smile, and the ones who will bring them all together, Raggedy Ann and Andy. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that this was their special? Admittedly, I'm not a big fan of these two. They're a little too cutesy for me, but the voiceover stars play them with a more fun Rugrats-like style. Dawes does his Elroy Jetson voice, and June does that little girl voice she does so well. Till, of course, you realize it's the same voice she does as Talkin' Tina. Gee, I certainly hope she doesn't throw the ant down a flight of stairs. Okay, so there is a lot going on, but no more than the Peanuts gang trick-or-treating, Snoopy fighting the Red Baron, and Linus and Sally hanging out in a pumpkin patch. I've also heard some criticism that this is a very depressing special, but again, no worse than Charlie Brown getting rocks. All in all, these are good specials, and deserve to come out of obscurity, like a box of Halloween decorations yearning to come out of the closet and to be viewed with delight. They should be honoring the screen alongside Charlie Brown and Garfield. And altogether, these four make a great set. Watch them while you're decorating the house, or handing out candy, or just want a nice autumn night hanging out with friends or snuggling with loved ones. They're a treat for kids and a trick for those young at heart. So, Archiplex, now I would like to ask you something. What'd you think of my Halloween specials?